Hi guys, welcome to episode 7 of the Crossplay Podcast. This is Kome. I'm with John and Odafi as usual. We are here to review the games that just went by this last game week in the Premier League. I think it was the 16th game week. Not a lot of games actually this time because there's no Champions League, so it's going to be sort of like a shorter episode this time. For those of you who don't want to listen to us for an hour and 30 minutes, that's a whole football match of us talking about football against. Understandably, I don't want to do that, but we are here and we're going to give you the lowdown on what happened over the weekend in all the games. But first off, I'll go and ask, as is tradition, which I really don't like, how the weekend went for my boys. John, let's start with you. What happened this weekend?
Nothing much.
Really, boy, you were supposed to go to. You had a trip that was planned, but town not good, so your madam not allow you.
So she blocked that movement, so they allowed me for Sunday. So there's a group of guys that used to play football. Yeah, so they were doing like their end of the year party. So it was there. So there was FIFA, there was food and football. So that's where I was Sunday. It
So
was
you
nice.
want to show yourself
Go clean them
your
for their
AFC skills.
yeah,
Small, I mean, no level. I believe you. I believe you.
But they try. They try. There's two guys there that I know that they're trying. One guy will just dey talk. They say they play everything, this thing, he collects, everybody just a beat down. So she just see. Yeah, but that's my weekend basically.
Makes sense. So that I can see that your background is different this time. We're not seeing your,
Yeah, so I'm not
what's
I'm
going
not at
on.
my usual spots. I'm not recording from home today, so I'm out. I'm at the range. So once we finish recording now,
Oh, depend on how it goes now. Depend on how it goes. Normally we get guests, yeah.
True.
Our guest is not happy with his club, so he's not comfortable talking about football.
Well, hopefully we'll change his mind after this episode. So, let's get into it then. So, I'd like us to start with the first. Well, there was drama last week over the whole Salah debacle and everything after the Leeds game at Elland Road. So, we'll start there. Liverpool beat Brighton 2-0, and since this is both of John's teams, his proper team and his pseudo team, I'd like you to give us your take on what happened during the game.
No, I have only one team. I have only one team. And my team is Brighton. The best way a team that Man U, he no want talk. He dey fear. Me, I don't. Which game you say I should talk about? Give it to me.
Liverpool Brighton.
Liverpool Brighton. Okay, good. My team. I think I predicted that Liverpool will win now, right? Or did I say Brighton will win? No, I think I said Brighton will win, yes. Because I said we beat them there last season. Yeah. But on that day, this season, Brighton against the big boys, the dynamic has been different. I don't know.
I told you now.
They don't get our power.
We play as if they don't know what they are doing.
Password. They played Man U. They played one kind of way. So what's in that they play? Well, when we played Arsenal in the EFL, they played better. But in the league, I don't understand. They shake. Now they can't play Liverpool. Liverpool, you see, they be our boys. And they go through.
Liverpool are our boys.
They be our boys now. They be our boys. But the share scatter was that the KTK, wonderful performance. Salah came on too. He played well. Vets, I think people are starting to see Vets is playing well. Even though he has been doing the same thing he has been doing without scoring and assisting. They just want to change the narrative now. He's playing well. Now still the same running. He's a very fit guy. He's ready to run up and down. Mark if he collect ball, all those kind of things. But he's playing well. Liverpool did well. Welbeck didn't start that match. I don't know why. Maybe because of there's some players coming back from injury and the coach wanted to get them into the team early. Mitoma too. It was a welcome sight. He came off the bench. What was the name of this guy? Minte. Minte was not himself that day. And I have him in my FPL. Oh, now he doesn't play. Oh, see, what was this? Anyway, it was not a good day for Brighton. Liverpool got the victory. Salah took the headlines again, but maybe on a positive note. So, congrats to Liverpool. We'll meet again when they come to the Amex.
Did you see Chiesa at the end of the game when he was meant to run through and score? He was like, no, Salah must score in this match. How to use Salah? And Salah did not oblige.
Even there was a fact too. Salah was supposed to score. He was not passing. I know.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know the whole dynamic. But I like it because it looks like now it's no longer about me. They're playing for each other. So that will give them more togetherness. Because Salah normally the first time in a long time I've seen somewhere that Salah is meant to shoot, he meant to pass. Normally it's the other way around, most of the time. Yeah, but this time it was like that. And then the fans, when he came on, when Joe Gomez got injured and Salah had to come on, I was waiting to see how, whether they will start booing him or, the reception, the kind of reception he was going to get. They know they are legend, though. Nothing like what they talk for Twitter. The story for the girls. They clap, they sing, they are happy that after the game again.
Carragher still did his thing again, your guy. He still did his thing again.
I saw now. But I'm sure Carragher, I saw it, but he's backtracking now because you are seeing the response of the people.
You
He
saw his
cannot go
response
against the
to
people.
Ferdinand when Ferdinand asked him that
No, I
good
didn't see that
reception.
one. No. They are fighting on
Ferdinand
Twitter. I mean, I know they
tweeted at
see.
him now that good reception for Salah, a good game. I be thoughts at Carragher. Carragher now replied, say, as expected, or this thing where deserved. He now switched the conversation. He now said, why is Ferdinand not speaking about the ticket prices of the FIFA World Cup? That he knows that it's part of the ambassadors. Does your pay package cover your
But
silence?
that's
what
a
was asking him.
smoke screen. They don't like each other, so they always used to find ways to.
See, I said that kind of guy, the choco, and I even watched Miguel Obi's podcast yesterday night about the Carragher situation. That one, I know that he's always supporting African players, so he had his time to fully go in on Carragher. So you can check it out.
Probably will do because I don't like Miguel Obi's podcast usually. He used to say some kind of things that
No,
I really don't understand. So I'll just leave it like that.
just
But
watch this one.
I
Just
will
watch
check this one out. I'll check this one out.
Uh,
Okay, so we've gone through the Liverpool Brighton game.
I'm not happy now. I'm not happy. So when Liverpool wins, I'm not happy. So I don't have much to say. I think the
Liverpool
only
back.
thing is, I wouldn't say they are back. But like I said before, we need to see like a consistent run of results. And Salah is going to AFCON now, so we really don't know. We don't know. But Ekitike is hot. In my opinion, you like say Slots don't learn a lesson that I will not be doing experiments with number 9. I will play Ekitike, play somebody that is scoring goals for you. So anyway, I hope they're not back, but it doesn't change my stance that they're not in the title race. They've lost it. This thing was too long, and they've lost so many games already.
In the
That's my
end, I
take.
think the fight was good for themselves because it's like the
It was good.
fighters.
It was good. It was good.
Yeah,
Now
the
everybody
fighters
is
shaking.
facing
So
one
everybody, all
direction.
those reservations they all had, yeah.
Boy, don't talk their minds.
They are now
And you see
unified.
that
They are now in one. They now have one mind now. But the only problem they still have is that Isak Ekitike situation.
No,
I
that
don't even
one,
think it's a
the coach
problem.
should
I
just
don't even
know.
think it's a
They
problem,
should
to be
just play
honest. I don't think it's a
Ekitike and
problem.
rest. Leave
Exactly.
Isak.
Play
It's a problem.
Ekitike.
It's a problem
Then
because of the fact that they signed Isak for that amount of money. So
Yes.
unless Liverpool have considered that, I don't care how much we signed you, this boy is shining, so you have to play.
no,
Unless they
but
do like that.
it's
But
not as if Isak is
they don't do
finished
that.
now. So it's not as if Isak is finished. Isak will come good. He eventually also that pressure that's okay. You have to walk your way into the team. It's not that they bought you how many million, then you just walk straight into the team. Now he knows, okay, the team actually they are not relying on me, right? It takes some pressure off him. There's somebody that is doing the business, scoring the goals. Now his job is now to walk his way back to his best and displace Ekitike from that number 9 position. So I don't think it's bad. He's a professional now.
It's
He
not
knows
bad,
he knows the
because
drill.
they are both on long-term contracts, so it's not like you can have any
Exactly.
sort of.
So it's even good.
So this guy get
Imagine Liverpool
long-term
didn't buy
contract.
Ekitike.
It's mean Nunes. They pursue him when now he play. Now big money. they pay.
No, I'm just talking about in terms of
No,
like
in terms of
the dressing room, people being upset about not playing, that kind of thing, and speaking
Isak
out
cannot be
to the
upset that
media.
he's not playing now.
So,
Isak cannot be upset
so
because they've given him chances.
when they were before they signed him, he would have had like all those their normal commitments also in time, it's like that. So if he's not getting that amount of time to play and all of that after over a consistent period and he's fit, then there's a chance that he
He'll start
probably would
getting
speak out or
disgruntled.
start getting agitated. Exactly. But if he's a reasonable person, he's not going to do any of that because he should be able to just read the room and see that, okay, like you said, he's not right now flying out of the blocks.
I think
He's
he'll be
having
fine.
to.
And they're not going to the world. He's not
And
going to
then
the World Cup
Ekitike
as
is
well. So it's not as if
Ekitike is in
he wants
form,
to show
so
himself for the World Cup.
yeah. So
Shooting is not going.
Gyökeres
no,
and
they are still
Ekitike.
they still have a chance. So they still have
Do
a
they
chance
have
to
a
qualify.
chance? I don't think they
They
are
do,
going.
yes.
No.
They're not. No, it has not been. I think they have some sort of. There was a loophole. I think because they won Nations League or something. I don't
Are
know
you
what they did or
serious?
something. No, they sure did something, and then there's a way for them to qualify. There's a route for them to qualify. So they're not completely Yes, it's not completely, that would have been the news now. They have made a lot of news that a lot of buzz that Sweden with all their people did not qualify for the World Cup. So they still have a
Oh,
chance,
okay.
although
Me, I thought they
it's
were.
slim, but they still have a chance.
Because not in qualifying, they've been playing rubbish. Shima and
Yeah,
Jokeres.
yeah. In qualifying, it
So
didn't.
The way you talk, I'm saying they're playing rubbish.
it's true now.
Yes, now.
It's true now.
Both of them, as in, I don't really understand. But
Okay.
anyway, we've dwelled on Liverpool for long enough. They won the game, so let's move on to other things. Um, the next game, well, I would say this one, I'm not really going to dwell on the game because again they won with Chelsea Everton 2-0. It was a good game for them. They got 2 goals, a clean sheet. Your
Palmer back on the score sheets.
boys, your Palmer on the score sheet, and then the right backs, so turned midfielders, all of that. They're the ones scoring goals again now for and assisting for Chelsea. So Rich James, Malagusto. I think Malagusto had a goal and an assist in that game, if I'm not mistaken. But then I just want to watch you guys what your take is on what Maresca said. There was one interview that just out of the blue, he said the last 48 hours after the Arsenal game, was it after the Arsenal game? He said, I think it was after the Arsenal game that the least he has felt support.
From the owners, Abi.
He didn't really say the owners, so he left that one open to interpretation, but everybody's assuming that it's the owners. So I'm just wondering what, has caused him to say that, and then if he's like the sporting director or if it's the owners, it cannot be because they're not signing players, or is it because they didn't sign players that he wanted during the window? Because obviously he's hamstrung by the quality that he has on the bench because he really, really wants to rotate and chop and change his lineups. So, but it was strange to see because not like he had like poor results, except for the Leeds results. He hasn't really had really, really poor results. There was a draw to Bournemouth and then the follow-up after the Leeds game, and then he's won this game as well. So there's definitely something happening upstairs that is
All is
not
not well.
right.
Yeah.
But they asked him to clarify his comments, after this game, and he did not clarify. He said he's not clarifying
He can't
anything.
clarify now. He can't
He's not
clarify.
compo. So, but
So,
in terms
January is
of what's
coming.
happening on the pitch, yeah, in terms of what's happening on the pitch, though, they are doing very well now. At least, like we said, they are very up and down, Chelsea.
Exactly.
But it was good to see Palmer back after a lengthy layoff. So hopefully he stays fit and we can see him at the World Cup. I don't want him to shine too much. I think he'll be quietly bubbling so that maybe with time he can enter my FPL team.
So Chelsea, like with the quality they have, they should easily beat Everton. But let me even see what but I don't think any of us predicted the Chelsea win just because you did though. You predicted the Chelsea win. But I think
I'm a realistic person. I dey see road now.
because
Now they use it.
so we will not the see road. So I think it's just their inconsistency that is putting me off them. But I think they're a good team, to be fair. The thing with Maresca, I don't know. Really, I can't say. But it's possible that he has seen that Musala did it with some joy. So he wants to try his own and see whether he can get something out of the club. January is coming. Maybe he has some players on his wish list, and he thinks that's the best
So
way to enter them or
players are
something.
signed in forward area, especially their strikers. They're not doing anything at all. They are even record Mark Hughes from loan wherever he was. I think it was Sunderland.
How many minutes has that
He's not
guy
having
played,
any
sir?
minutes. It's not and it's
To
not
be
scoring. So
honest, I
their
was speaking
strikers.
to a Chelsea fan, I think it was a few days ago, and he was telling me that he even prefers Jackson to the lap that they went to go and bring, because at least you know what Jackson will give
is
you.
because we see Jackson exactly.
Yes.
Jackson will be in the game. He probably will
You know
not
what he
take
will
all his
give you.
chances, but he's going to be there. He's always available, at least mostly available. And you know what he will give you. You just in terms of
And
like his output,
the finishing
that's
actually
not
will get
consistent.
better. His finishing will actually get, if you are giving him time, his finishing. How many strikers do we know that in the league that when they came their first season, second season, were missing and all of that? All of a sudden, used to the league, the new
everything else
environment.
was at least
He had everything else. It's just that
everything else was at least above
finishing.
average. Yeah.
Exactly. Pace. He can link up play. He can do
So
everything
now,
really.
Exactly. Hold up play and everything. And then he's also things that even most strikers in the league don't even do. He does them. It's just at the end of the move when he's meant to finish it off. He's done all the good work, all the hard bits, the bits that will get you to where you're supposed to, and then the one that is the most important one, putting the ball in the back of the net, he doesn't do it. So now they're going to sign people who don't even do any of that at all. So it's like starting from scratch. So, but yeah, they will be fine, like you say, most of the
So
time. So, move.
speaking of finishing, I know we're not going to talk about this game, but the Fulham game, I just remember Basi. So Basi made a run from his he made a run from his
Yeah, I saw that.
half, and he got into the opposition's box, and he did that's chop back. Like everybody was waiting for him to put it in the top corner. Then he kicked the ball to Detroit. Like it was just crazy.
It will be
Anyway,
say the ball went to AFCON before then.
Is that in
I don't understand him. He's
like
very strong. He's very, very strong. But then that's what the thing is. It's sweet to see those kind of things. So because as somebody that plays football, be like this one is a professional. I know the right thing. He's just a young boy,
it's
just
your
playing his
vibes. It's
mind.
just playing
He
your
said she play
vibes.
defense. He has dribbled. He has reached midfield. This after I reached there, anything that happened, it's not concerning the game. But that ball went up. But he skied it.
Yo,
That was incredible to see. But then the
and
strength before, he beats two
no,
people,
it was
shot
good.
one off
It
and
was a good
everything.
run. It
So
was a good run. It was a good run.
okay, so the next one up is the Arsenal Wolves game, which we all predicted, high scores. I think I said
Yes.
3-0.
ah
John said,
John said
I
no,
five.
went
John
to
said
John
I
5.
said
even
5. He said
I
if
told the people to
Declan Rice
come
played,
closer.
5
Thought
I
goals.
that we
said
said
come
4.
closer. I told them to come closer that I have a sure bet for them.
But that bet went, it entered
Uh,
now. Even
Do you
though
know
it's
how
not
many
enter, it
people
was
have
not.
died of heart attack
Why
before
would they die?
as
Why
at
would,
1-1?
it's football on 90 minutes. Which one is heart attack? They should calm down. Arsenal won the
again.
game eventually, but it was really took all those your belief in the team. That two
Bruh.
seconds, 2 minutes that people Wolves equalize. Like, what is it? These people that want to that they want to win league playing like this?
Bro.
Granted, the Wolves, they sat back as opposed to the reason why we all predicted those high scores was because against United they came out and they were like we're going to play. And then if you see the spaces against United, you see that this was their have mind though. But I think maybe because they were at home and then maybe they don't respect United
Yeah.
as much. It felt like they can open them up. But then when they came, and it's a thing with teams where I should have known because even Man City did not come outside. Man City sat back and played on the counter against us. So I don't see why Wolves will come and play anything different. Every team that has come to the Emirates this season has done that to make it difficult for us now to break them down. But yeah, I'll
Yeah.
just let Odafe go through the rest of the game. So go ahead.
So I agree with what you said. I think with this game, we knew it was going to be Wolves coming back. So it was basically attack versus defense the entire match. And we saw Wolves playing on the counter. I think they had just one person or Huang up top, I think. But it was not surprising. That aside, we expected that Arsenal would have enough quality and the players on the pitch have enough talent to break them down and score a goal at least, or even have a shot. Arsenal did not have a shot on. I don't know if it's on goal or on target. I think they didn't have a shot on goal, maybe on target, but they did not have a shot in the entirety of the first half. The team was just not at it, in my opinion. They definitely were not surprised the way Wolves came out to play, the way Wolves set up, because that's how the teams that have come to the Americas this season have set up, like Omer said, low block, try and absorb all the pressure, then, try and get something on the break. This was no different. Although this one, Wolves, this bus that they parked was like deluxe bus. The bus was, they put in a shift in that game, but I don't think it's an excuse for the way Arsenal played. It was just a subpar performance from the entire team, and I'm sure they will know they need to do better. Something that caught my eye was Declan Rice's what's it called? His reaction to the second own goal, the 2-1 goal. You could tell that I wasn't happy while the rest of the team was celebrating. So I know at least they know that it was just not good enough from them. And in that game, because I've been saying, oh, Victor Gyökeres, I've been giving him cutting him some slack. The reason why he's not doing so well is because they're not servicing him as much. And, the team is still getting used to how he plays. But you need to, when the chances come your way, you need to put yourself in the best position to finish them. Right. So the team has to get used to Victor Gyökeres, yes. But I think he needs to do some more. he also needs to get used to the way the team is playing. There's some people, we played football, so you know that there are some people that you will see with the ball. You know that, okay, I'm on this guy, will cross the ball for me. You that is a number nine, you know that this is what the person is going to do. So that's going to inform the way you're going to move. If I see Saka running down the wing, me, I know what he's going to do. Or at least to a good chance. I know that if I'm in a good place, this ball will come and meet me. There's a way I will move in the box. It might not come off every time, but make that movement so that you give yourself a good chance of connecting. So there were one or two chances in that game that it seemed like his movement was just, it was on his heel a little bit, and it's a bit frustrating because he's a good finisher, right? I know we are not at the City game yet, but if you contrast to Haaland, he was pretty much non-existent until the cross that resulted in the first goal. Give yourself that little yard, right? Don't always be putting yourself with the defenders. They will not allow you move. Shift, give yourself some space, So it was a bit frustrating to watch in that game. But yeah, hopefully he's able to adapt to this team. And I even think, again, and I was telling somebody about your career as well. Oh, they're not passing to him. You are the number 9. You are big. If Odegaard is not passing to you, when you point in the dressing room, go and talk. I said, Alpha, see me ball now. I'm making these runs. Talk to these people so that they will understand how you play, and we can start seeing some kind of synergy on the pitch. But right now, it's not it. It's not working. To be honest, it's not working. I won't say, oh, keep playing him. We find his feet. Arsenal did not buy your careers to come and find his feet this season. Arsenal is going for the league. People that are playing are supposed to be ready-made players that are supposed to enter the team and impact the team. Yeah, sorry for the rant, but just a bit, I'm a bit frustrated with your careers at this
Yeah,
point.
that's the thing I don't understand with footballers sometimes. There's a way you like your teammates to give you the ball, but then every game you come out and you keep it keeps doing the same thing and expecting something different. You don't see him on the pitch talking to them. When he sees, 'cause so many times I just watch him. It's like he's making a run. The midfielder will see the run and then ignore the run.
And ignore the wrong.
So if they're not going to give you the ball, and then maybe they will apologize after and raise their hands up and say, I saw you. If you saw him, why didn't you give it to him? And why doesn't he say anything? And he doesn't talk to them is it that he doesn't talk to them in the dressing room, doesn't say, give me the ball, or is it that they are just so used to playing with a false nine, a profile of striker like Gabriel Jesus? Because when Jesus came in against Club Brugge,
It was much better,
he's
yeah.
just fit into the team. Jesus, I don't want to be joyful because Jesus, his problem has always been the fact that he doesn't finish chances. And in that game, he had like 4 chances. He did not score any of them. So it's the same thing. So you are getting the right positions. You can link up play and everything, but you can't finish, or you are not as good a finisher as the striker that we bought. But then the striker that we bought is set in his ways of just doing the same thing, and the team is not willing to adjust their own style to suit him. So something has to give. They have to both change the way they play, the team and Gyökeres, to adjust to each other so that they can get the best results out of. Because his potential is there, but then obviously if he's not getting the goals, he's not really very used to the team. Although what I would say is the fact that he stays on the defenders does means that they can't really build up. Because if you notice in that game, when he left the pitch, Sus came on and totally just left those 2 centre backs to do what they wanted to do. He was not there at all. Tried to go and get involved in the build up and everything. They were able to come up, they were able to get their line higher and push for that equalizer. That's where the equalizer. Because I was wondering, why is it that they are pushing Arsenal back all of a sudden? It's because nobody was pressing them from the front. Jesus had left that position, and then Arsenal kept going back, and that's why you saw that reaction from Rice, because we basically just let them on towards. I was watching that game, I was like, the goal is coming. I don't know if it's going to be Wolves or that we equalize, or if it's Arsenal was scoring on the counter, but it just looked like a goal was going to come because Arsenal kept going back towards their own goal, and then it just felt like something was going to happen, and it did. And then obviously we had the own goal again from Mosquera, so Wolves scored 3 and lost the game. So,
Our
but yeah,
special guest have something to say. He just keep it quiet. It's our special
you
guest.
should not.
So
If you
where,
want to
but
do, you should do anything. It's too late for that. That we were extended an invite and I said no. You should leave us alone. When he reached my session, you should say what you want to say. But anyway, after the game, Arteta's presser or his interviews, I like the fact that he
yeah, he was
acknowledged the
pissed.
fact that he was upset. He said, this is not how you're meant to play. You're going to win the league and all of that. These are not the standards. Yeah, they will definitely get. He will. scream at them and everything, but they need to get back to their levels, because how we were talking about consistency in performance, and results. Now Arsenal is going the way of now having
Yep.
inconsistent performances. So in the past 2, 3 games now, letting goes in stoppage time, your shape is shaky. You are letting the opposition, push you back into your defensive third. So all those things they need to work on. They have a week now to rest, and they can come back. City is not playing. They are on it. City has now overtaken Arsenal in goal difference, even though they're still, how many points is this? 5 points behind. So, but
No,
yeah,
City are not 5.
they need to buckle up. 2 points behind, right? So they are 2 points behind. So they are just waiting for a slip up, even though it's still early. But yeah, they need to step up and get back to those consistent performances, even before the guys who have gone off injured return. If not, it's going to be, like the way that's always been for this past few seasons. But yeah, that's it for the Arsenal game. So since we're already talking about City,
No, wait,
might as
wait,
well.
let me say something,
You want to
because
you want to go ahead? Go
people
ahead.
that I give a ticket, they're not happy with me. And not happy with me, so I have to first of all apologize. Apologize to them, because what Arsenal played that day, I was saying that they will still win the league, but the way they play that match, it be like say the players don't come they think am for their mind though. True, fear don't they come, because I was very upset. Man City has played Wolves. Wolves sat back, did everything. They beat Wolves 4-0. Chelsea with this their buru football. Another time and their red cards run, they won 4-3, but it was more of creating chances. This one now, the chances were not enough for me to say that you will kill them. I need enough clear cut or big chances. It was half chance. It was that no, now, no. Like like this now, I can't give my guys a short ticket if we enter our prediction. Arsenal Everton. I can't give them this ticket because Arsenal has been one of the short tickets for this season. Just play it. Arsenal to win. Arsenal to score 3 goals. This one now, there's a problem. There's a problem. So my people, I apologize. I apologize. This coming weekend, remove Arsenal from your tickets. Remove Arsenal from your tickets.
No problem. Okay, we'll take it because of the performance this weekend. We can't argue with you. But I wouldn't go as far as saying, oh,
Very
there's a
true.
problem. I wouldn't go as far as saying there's a problem because they've gone on, like there's been this deep. It's going to happen. I don't think, like I
No,
said, I
it's
think I
not
said
like
this in the
there's
last
a problem.
episode.
It's not a
Okay.
problem. It's just
The problem with the people that are putting
how,
them,
like
putting them
the
in their
Jabu moment.
tickets.
It's like the Jabu moment. The players they are saying, I hope it's not here we go again that is happening. No, they're not giving you here we go again as
No, so but the thing
the
is, did you
bottling
expect Arsenal to?
plan
Do you expect Arsenal to win the
to
league?
kill
Just
Wolves.
go, not to kill Wolves, no.
No, I expect
Wolves is just one game in the entire season. There will be games like that in the season. Even when Man City
okay.
won their leagues, there were games that you thought, oh, they will smash, and the game was difficult for them to win. Right? Arsenal
No,
last season will probably not have
but
won this game. So these
no, they
things
will
will happen. It's not
against
easy
a
to win
bad
the
Wolves.
league.
They will. They will
Nah,
against this
And
bad
so
this
Wolves.
is
I
the
don't
thing
agree
is,
with you there, John.
so the thing is, it's football.
This game is a game that in seasons past would have probably drawn,
Exactly, or
or
even
lost.
lost,
So
drawn or
the
lost.
fact that I was already having, this is exactly what happened against Southampton, when at least win that game now, 2 seconds, Southampton has scored.
Nah, this
Oh,
kind game where
end
they
game ended
lose.
3-3. So these are the ones that normally we lose
Okay.
or draw at home. So it was an improvement. The only positive about this game was the result. The fact that we did not draw.
We got 3
We
points.
won
Yeah.
the match 3 points. So they should go and now they have the opportunity to go and correct the nonsense that they played, because everybody can see what happened. And this is not the way Arsenal has been playing. If you're going to, there's a way to draw a game. You can play your way and then still draw the game. We can say, oh, the team were better. But not that you will now can start doing things that you don't normally do. That the team is like, what are these
Exactly.
people playing? What's
And
going on?
remember that
You
Club
know,
Brugge game? How they were. You remember how open Arsenal was in that Club Brugge game? That they were conceding so many chances. There was one guy playing off the right, I think, that was
it's
having,
Forbes. Yeah, he was cutting. He was
Forbes
having the time of his
exactly. Had a
life.
really good game. And
Cutting
I
and
watched the match, I was
shooting
like,
up and
this
down.
is not how these boys typically play. They've played against like pacey wingers. Those ones, they know they see chance. All of a sudden, look at this game. Everywhere was so open. So it's from there. It's not only this Wolves game, actually. The boys have been Be like
Yes.
say that run of fixtures that ended with the Wolves game now. That
Yeah,
run of fixtures has taken a lot out of the boys. So I'm glad they have at least a week to. I think they got 2 days off. So make them rest, make them relax, let them come back. But me, I don't think it's anything to. I'm still Arsenal was, in
the
my
next
opinion,
game
Arsenal will still
with
win the
the next
league.
game
So
will
Joe, don't
tell.
worry.
The next game, their performance in the next game will tell us a lot about where they are. So,
About
because
their
Arteta
mentality,
said it's going
actually.
to, yeah, he said it's going to train. According to him, the fact that they've not been able to train, they've had so many games in such a short turnaround time. They've been going down in terms of their performance on some certain areas. But yeah, now he's happy he has time to train them back on those
Ah,
things because it's not accepted. That those were
fingers
his words.
crossed.
So let's see what will happen against Everton, and we'll go from there. So the next game is the Palace City game. Another 3-0 victory for Man City, clean sheet, goals from Haaland and Foden. So I'll just let John run us through what happened in that one.
I'll just make it quick because Man City won. Alan scored. So I would prefer Alan not to score because I didn't captain him. Crystal Palace continue their trend of after every midweek game, they seem not to win at all. And this one, I even thought it would be different because first half, chances created, score. Mateta, Pino, they just a miss chance, waiting happen. Is it that if we want Man City to win? Tell us. They kept on missing chance. Haaland have not touched the ball in that game more than, I think they said 10 times. His 10th touch was the goal. Can just imagine. And as they scored like that, I just say it's over. It's over now. Man City made it 2, made it 3. I know that Crystal Palace are giving up. So maybe they've resigned in their mind to that after midweek games, they need that rest. They can't continue. I know they had an injury to, what's that guy, Munoz. Munoz is
Mm-hmm.
injured. It's a setback for them. They don't have a big squad. They tried their best, but they didn't take their chance and they were punished. Man City is doing their best to creep closer, putting the pressure on Arsenal, Hopefully, the pressure doesn't amount to something because it's not looking good, but we're hopeful. We're hopeful.
I agree with you there. So City, they're just pushing out professional performances. The performances you want to see from Arsenal is what City is now giving us. So, like I said, back-to-back clean sheets, 2 games now, 6-0. Nothing happened in that game except for it just looked like a procession. This
Yes,
is heading
because that's why
to
I say Man City is not
a
back,
Man
in my
City
own
win.
opinion.
And this was not a Palace team that you walk over. The serious Palace team that has beaten Liverpool how many times this season. Every game they have had really strong performances, even though, like you said, after European games they tend to have a dip. But yeah, it was like easy for Man City. Looked in fact too easy. So, but yeah, we'll see what comes up down the line for them. This run of games that they have now is favoring them, but also their performances defensively and offensively have been very good. Like you said, Haaland, economically, his touches were minimal, but then obviously the 10 touch he scored, it was a header. Beautiful header, a far post header. People, your guys should go and watch it. Maybe you don't want to touch the ball, you don't want to go and be involved in link-up play. Go and watch your senior brother, your fellow Viking, Erling Haaland. Go and see how he's doing it. Not that you always be fighting with defenders. All go, stay in position, try and have an attempt, do something, even if you're not going to be involved in build-up. When you get a chance, shoot at least, affect the game. And that's perfected that. So when he came, I remember when Alan came into the league, he was like, this is how he plays, doesn't really touch the ball. But he has sharpened up on points like the link-up play. He holds up the ball very well, and he has not lost any of his finishing ability. Finishing and positioning Haaland is the best at it. And with time, the team has learned how to, platform him to get him to give us those goals. He's constantly giving out to us. So, but yeah, as a football fan, it's fun to see someone scoring goals at that sort of rate because you feel like this is the Premier League. It's not supposed to be that easy. But Haaland, every game, finds a way to do it. Finds a way to score multiple goals. He has now, I think he's how many goals? There's a record he just went over this weekend. I can't remember what it was, but it's inching a lot closer to the record for the most goals in the Premier League, which he probably will get to. Right. So there's one thing I missed in the Liverpool game. Salah is out in front as the one with the most goals and assists for a single Premier League club. So if whenever he leaves Liverpool, even if before now his place as a legend was not, already sealed, this one is even more is, there's a lot more confirmation. And so people
Yeah,
like
so he passed through.
any doubters, anybody that is saying Salah is that, they should just check the stats and look at where they put Salah's name inside the list of Premier League legends. They will see it's there, number one. Not number two or three or four, number one. So they should rest. So with that being said, we'll move on to this is a very nice
Yeah,
game
so
to
wait,
review.
quick one. I wanted to ask you, what was the feeling over there as Sunderland won the West Ham derby?
We're going to get to that, don't worry. We'll get to
Okay,
that. We'll get to that. Don't worry about
because
that. So
I was
before
saying something about the beef
yeah,
from 2 years ago, blah
yeah,
blah
2 years
blah.
ago,
Picture.
okay. Beef has been a
No, I'm
long
saying that no,
standing beef.
something, that picture that they
Yeah,
took.
the team photo. Yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
we'll get to that. Don't worry. So let's first off go to. Actually, since we are there, might as well just cover it now because the games I prefer the other games. That game was not. It was a. The only thing exciting about that game was the fact that there was that rivalry. So they are so Sunderland and Liverpool, Sunderland and Newcastle. The time where that be, the way they take it is not. It's not normal. It's not simple. They test each other. So even like the metro within Newcastle, it doesn't work on the day of the derby because they will be fighting inside. Police presence is heightened because they will fight on the streets, fighting poles, fighting everywhere. I don't understand why they fight like that. But the way they take it, anybody that loses that derby is like you have lost 1 year of your life because I have some friends that are the Newcastle fans. They refuse to even speak to me because they were so upset about the fact that they lost. So I was surprised because I don't know that it was that deep, but I think it's the most fiercely fought derby in England actually. So forget about the quality of the game, forget about the points or the positions of the teams are at the table. Just the fact that they actually really hate each other is surprising to me. So because it's not about football. If you notice, even on the scoreboard, they put Sunderland and then they not put visitors. They not put the team, they not put the badge. They just put visitors to tell you how much they don't like those people. They were celebrating tackles. It's normal for England to celebrate, but every single tackle like this, you see celebration. Hey,
Mad, oh.
somebody scored. It was crazy to watch. Sunderland completely dominated that game in terms of like possession, fighting spirit. People like Chaka that was there. It's not a fighter
They
like
are they
Bruno
have they have
Guimaraes and
Jaka now.
Joe. The Chaka knows how to fight and knows how to play ball. So he just dictated the game for them. He was their anchor, and he has been that person this season that sort of tells them is like their guide on the pitch. He's like another coach. He helps them to get through parts of the game where there's a team that is pushing on them. So he will hold the ball. He knows how to release the ball, things like that. But then if you had seen the goal as well from from Newcastle striker, it was a
Otamada,
wonderful header.
fantastic
Was a
header.
wonderful. I think the cross was was too perfect not to. You know when you watch the defensive header, you can see what the defensive header looks like now. Someone that wants to get the ball away. That did not look like a defensive header to me. It felt like, well, this cross is too go where my people know they cross this guy ball game. Let me put
No,
my head on it.
he mistimed
Ah,
the swing of his head. The swing of his head was mistimed. So he wanted to do it like this. So when he did this one, he had already pushed it inside. Before he did like this.
wow, that header was amazing. Jesus. And the cross, Seth. As I think the guy did that. Funny, cross was just so inviting. And he put his head on it. And then, but my own is that Newcastle themselves, they did not, I didn't see that fight that I would normally see. I didn't see it. And Chaka didn't actually give them a chance to do any of that either. Because on the ball, once they're coming quickly, recycle the ball, 2, 3 passes. But whenever they're on the ball, like this, all the Sunderland players flying into tackles. They even injured Dan Burn. He has broken his rib now and injured his lung. He's in hospital because of ball. Say they are
Are you serious? He injured his lung.
yes. So sliding
Uh,
tackles too. You know all those 50-50 challenges now. So
yeah, yeah,
Mukiele
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
Burn went
yeah,
for the same
yeah.
ball, and then Mukiele's knees went into Burn's um,
Yeah,
rib cage, the
midsection.
chest area.
Yeah.
So yes, Bones first tried to soldier on for a bit, but then he was like, nah. And
Yo,
when
that's
Dan Boss
crazy.
say he wants to come off the pitch, he's not a baby. He's not somebody that lies on
Yeah.
the ground. I knew that something has happened to this senior man. Something has gone on. I was not surprised when I saw that they say he has internal injuries, so he's in hospital now. That's for you take the L and a broken rib
Hmm.
to go with it as well. So yeah, some the next game, I know that the next game that's going to happen is this part. That game, people should watch that one though, because things will
Dude.
happen. A
Ah,
lot of things are going to go on in
they
that
go
match.
retaliate, bro.
They're already planning their retribution like this. All the agility go by. They will not play more that deal.
This is retribution.
Yeah, so retribution. It's not about football again. They've moved on from football. So now it's not quarrel fight. That's what they have to do. But anyway, that being said, it was a good return to that because I remember in 2015, 2016 when we used to watch those games that year when they were both in the league. It was fun. There was a lot of football then as well. But now I can see why, or at least now I have more understanding as to why there's a lot of hatred between those two teams. So let's move on now to the Forest Spurs game. Forest won that one comprehensively, 3-0. So Spurs could not follow up their 2-0 win at home to Brentford and their 3-0 win to Sparta Prague. We said, it might have been a flash in the pan, and it looked like it was. But I'll let us run us through what happened in that game.
So this game, to be honest, there's not much to say. I think I'll just to summarize everything. Forest dominated the game in every aspect from start to finish. Right? They were well worth the 3 goals. Spurs offered practically nothing. And it's the same thing that we said before, where it just seems like there's no cohesion with Spurs. But we've been saying Spurs they look a decent side when they are playing away from home. So we're not expecting that going away to Forest now, they will now crumble. But that's what happened in this game. Like Spurs were literally non-existent. So I have some stats here. Spurs XG for the whole game was 0.33. 0.33 XG the entire game. Total shots 6. Of the 6 shots they played, only one was on target the entire 90 minutes. Right? So they offered nothing going forward. But Nottingham Forest, on the other hand, good game. I was happy for Hudson-Odoi, right? Scored a couple of good goals. And Sangare as well. Sangare had a very good game. I think he had one of the assists as well for Hudson-Odoi, if I'm not mistaken. That was one of the goals that they considered where, what's his name, Vicario, he gave the ball to this youngster. I can't remember his name. But the guy,
Archie
he
Gray,
showed for
yeah, Archie Gray.
Archie Gray, yes. He showed for the ball, but yeah, the goalkeeper, and you can see that he's under pressure. I think what Vicario expected was Archie Gray knew that he was under pressure, so he would just one touch that ball to the wings. He wouldn't try to control it and turn or
Remember
anything.
exactly
But
what that thing that they do. I don't like it
Arsenal
because most
is
teams do
very
it now when they're playing on the
risky.
back. They wait for
Raya does
pressure
it as well.
and
It's
then they play
risky.
it
It's
into the
risky.
middle, and then the person in the middle plays it one time to
One time to
the
the
right back,
fullback.
or if the
Yes,
centre back has
yes.
moved forward to the fullback, yeah, position.
But
But it's very
it didn't
risky.
work this
And then
time. It's
Vicario has the part to play there
risky.
because he should have the way he played it
It
into
made it
Archie Gray.
even
He
doubly
should when you're
difficult.
playing that kind of ball.
Yes.
Yes. So the boy had to take a touch. I don't know if he could have just,
Agree.
kicked that ball
But
one
played
time, but there was no time to
like
take a touch there.
maybe even play
So
it in his front. Played it. I think he played the ball to his feet. So it's not like he came onto it to hit it first time. I don't
yeah,
know. Two of them, they could have
yeah,
done
they
better there.
didn't.
But that goal was very
Yeah,
avoidable.
so
Very, very avoidable. But
yeah.
as an Arsenal fan, it seems sweet me that I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the game. For more games like this. But Spurs did not deserve to get anything out of that game. They were just they were a complete shambles. I don't even know. Fingers crossed that they there's some lights at the end of the tunnel for them, hopefully. But the way they are playing now is not I wonder what the sports fans are going through right now, but it's not encouraging at all. At all. But yeah, that's not all I have to say really. Nothing
So
spectacular in that game.
the manager, he is under a lot of pressure now because even his in-game subs are questionable as well. It's not just the fact that they are not playing the right way. And when when he's losing 1 or 2-0, then you start bringing on questionable subs. Then when it's 3-0, doesn't start to bring his attackers. I don't know what he wanted to do at that point. But so besides his tactics, also the in-game management is not the best. So they're getting to the end of their tether, I would say, the Spurs fans, because it's not looking good.
I think
So
they're
I
already
know that
there. I think they're
what's his
already
name? Thomas
there.
Frank is John's guy. So John, do you have anything to say?
How is he my guy? Who
Is your
made him
guy? You
my
like
guy?
talking about him. You love him.
Oh,
Uh,
I was the guy
yeah,
that was saying
yeah, I've denied him very
people have
quickly.
been saying that Thomas Frank is a fantastic coach. That what he's doing in Brentford, if he goes to this thing, fantastic coach, bro. He's a defensive coach. There's some new terms that have come up in football, and it's just to mask some kind of things. They will be lying. When Mourinho, who is my own guy, was in this league, they will tag him as a negative coach, defensive coach, everything. Now they have come up with low block, just counter attack, counter pressing. He's defensive. He's defensive. You know, he doesn't like to be on the front foot, but he's trying his best to evolve, and he has the players to do it, but he's not doing it. If my own coach was with this set of players in Spurs, me, I'm telling you that the results will be better. But let me not make it about my coach. But this Thomas Frank, jury is out on him. He's not my guy. Has never been my guy. I just want people to know that he's a good coach. No doubt he's a good coach, because what he did with Brentford, outstanding. But to
But
translate
do you
that,
think he has better players now or when he was at Brentford?
he has
Considering he
better
had
players now.
Wissa. So he had Wissa, he had Bumo, he had
Yes.
what's his name? Nogard, he had Damsgaard,
Yes.
and his defense was set. So you think he has better players now than he had
Yes.
at Brentford?
He has better players now. But
Bear in mind their injuries, there's no Solanke, there's no
yes,
Madison.
he has players
Right
like
now, they have better players.
he has players like, if you pick his Brentford players now, Nogard or Xavi Simons, who again is in their middle, Bentancur. Bentancur is like even like a Nogard. They are of the same class of player. He has more quality players on the front foot. Even in defense, they will say, or people, you agree with me, Van der Ven is better than most of his defenders. Romero is better than most of his defenders. He has Udogi on this side. On the other
That's the
side, he has
thing.
Pedro
So
Porro.
defensively, that's what so defensively in Premier League, it's not really about
The
the emphasis is
individual.
not really on individual
Yes.
characteristics. It's more about organization
And so it is
and
entwined.
defending as a unit. So the goalkeeper as
Yes.
well as the defensive line. So in what I would say, if you pick them out individually, Van de Ven, the Kayode or whoever you want to put there, you always pick, because those are international players now and everything. So they play for the national teams. Some of them have even won World Cup. So if you now come and compare them to professional players, you will say definitely they are better. But as a unit, if you say I should pick a defensive unit, I will not pick Tottenham defense. So I don't think I will do that. Even this season,
it is
I will
easier.
not pick them.
It is easier to create a better defensive unit with people that are less talented, because what they need is to work with each other. But people that are more talented, they can do certain things on their own. They don't need too much help. So the headache is on him now. If you work with a bunch of superstars, it's not going to be easy for you to gel. But if you work with a bunch of mediocre players, you will be forced to put them in certain these things that maybe it's not even their strength, but it will work out, because they will put in more work than ability. So his dilemma now is he has players with the ability. Can he make them work as hard as they were working in Brentford? Can he make the thing gel? That is up to him. But Tottenham is a better score. It's an upgrade. If you give I'm sure the Smith was not.
Oh, it's definitely an upgrade. Yeah,
What was the
definitely
guy
an
in
upgrade.
Brentford now? Give him those players. You see as it will be happening. Kayode will fly to the bench.
Give him those players. It doesn't work like that. So, but anyway, I take your point though. Although Thomas Frank being a coach that is heavy on organization and defensive,
Yes.
strength, one would think that Spurs will be, more organized defensively and less prone to these sort of goals and conceding that many goals. But it's happening right now, and that's what we are seeing. So it's not only are they not scoring or creating chances, they are also conceding a lot of goals as well. So it's strange to see. That's why I mentioned it. I was wondering what would the parallels be, because obviously you have somebody like Brandon Buemo that was scoring goals for Brentford, on a regular basis. And then you have now come to people like Brennan Johnson.
One guy now that
Who
is
is
doing
even
it now. Going for
who
Thiago.
is it? No, not even that one. I'm talking about in stores now. So
Okay.
the attackers are not very. They've not been well consistent. Even is even a stretch. They've not been at it at all. So people like Kudus or Richarlison or Metel or Kolomwani, so they've not just been at it. Although one can say that they've not been in terms of like build up play and the way they are meant to create and generate chances. That is also a problem. But defensively, at least you will say that since that one is your strong suit, let's not be conceding goals. But they are conceding goals.
Yes.
So
It's
we'll
on him.
see. Yeah, so we're going to get to the United Bournemouth game that was on last night. It was a 4-4 thriller. We have with us our first guest. His name is GD Senior Majaido. Yes, he's a proper United supporter. Did not run away to Brighton like the one on his left there. So we'd like him to give us a rundown of what happened yesterday, and then we'll also give you some feedback as well. So go ahead, the floor is yours, Senior Man.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Concerning Man U, I think based on what happened yesterday, there were positives to the game, I'm not going to lie. Because years back, you could actually look at the team and they would struggle to score. But looking at that team yesterday, for every time they actually attacked, there were little positives. Yes, they could have done better in terms of certain things, the defense wise. But I took positive from it, yes. I don't know how long the coach would last. I'm not going to lie. I don't think I see him spending 2 more months in that team if results don't get to improve. Yes, but there are certain improvements that I get to see from that team. Another thing I'm actually even looking at is we have few of our players that are actually going for the
AFCON,
just
yeah.
call, and that would actually even take the team back to a bad place. So, but all in all, it was a good performance for a neutral fan. You look at it, very entertaining. 5 goals in the second half, 3 in the first half, and you'd be like, oh, but for a team like that, I expect that you should be winning those kind of matches. Just the same thing that happened against West Ham. Same thing that happened against Everton at home, struggling to score in some matches. Well, yesterday was not the case. But all in all, I think I would take a draw because even towards the end of the match, Bournemouth had 2 chances. So a draw would have not mattered if those 2 chances had actually been put at the back of the net. It would be a case of, Man U lost 5-4.
Yes.
To think of it, there's this record that the team has that's been going for a while, that for every match that Man U gets to lead at halftime, they don't get to lose the match full time. Yesterday were chances. They were at a particular point in time. I actually even thought that we're going to lose the match. But all in all, the record is still safe for now, even if other records have been broken off. But that is still pending. So that's my take on
Okay.
the match, and we hope that
Thank you.
we're playing Aston Villa next away.
Mhm.
So
Or
Mhm.
let's.
that one is without Casemiro because he actually picked up a yellow card yesterday, and that's 5 for a suspension now. So I don't know what's going to happen after Aston Villa were playing Newcastle.
You just be
So
speak my
You guys have,
language.
you
So
guys have, you have
your
Kobe
games
Mino
now.
now. You have Mino.
And
I
this
don't
is
think you will miss
this is the
Casemiro.
worst possible time to be losing your
key
African
players.
contingent.
That's the thing.
Mazraoui, Ahmad, and Ubuemo.
Leave Mazraoui. The coach not the use am before. He not like Mazraoui.
And but at least
I know one year.
It's
The
a
coach
body
not
that you
like
can
am.
at least use. And then you mentioned something about him not being in the job for too long. But then he also mentioned the fact that there were positives to take because obviously they are now scoring goals. So
Yeah.
if you are seeing those positives, don't you think Mr. Radcliffe, Sir Jim Radcliffe, and the rest of Ineos are seeing those same positives and they will give the coach more time because it looks like the more time he has, the better the team is performing.
Yes, but the reason why I said that is I saw after the match yesterday, there's this journalist I get to follow on Twitter, and most of the time the news coming from that journalist is always like very accurate. Yes, considering the fact that yes, the certain part even before yesterday's match, there was a news coming out saying that the Glazers are not happy with the performance of the team. And yes, Ratcliffe is the one pushing the footballing side, and is actually the one giving Ruben more time that, okay, fine, let's see if we'll turn things around. But looking at it now, the reason why I said that 2 months, with the way things are presently, I'm not sure we would win Aston Villa. I'm not sure. I'm not sure we'll win Newcastle. That's the next 2 matches. So in the last, how many matches? In the last 4 matches, we'll be picking up 4 points. I think before the West Ham match, no, after the West Ham match, there was a report that said that Man U has had, I think, 5 times chances of them going to top 4, and they've not achieved one. For every time we're actually even close to picking up points to get to that top 4, we either lose or we either draw. You understand? And
Yeah.
if a team that is playing once a week, you're actually supposed to even have advantage over other teams that get to play 2-3 matches.
Correction. Once every 8 days, because now Monday when I dey play.
I don't understand.
Monday now I dey play.
You play on Thursday
1
and
week,
Monday.
1 day.
You play on Thursday and Monday. I don't understand. There is 1 week on. So you get to look at those things, and I'm like, yes, Michael Owen said something after the match. Even if I don't like him, does not mean that you won't say things and I get to reason with you. He said something yesterday, and it was like, if he was a Man U fan, that yes, he knows that people would complain. Even the players were not okay with the result after the match yesterday. You could see countenance from Bruno. You understand? The look, they were not happy. But he said that if he was a Man U fan, he would be happy with the result. Meaning that he said in the last 5-6 years, when was the last time Man U was that attacking in a match? The first few minutes of that match, you could actually even, the commentator even made a reference to the fact that, okay, this is now looking like the Man U of the old in terms of attacking wise. Obviously, the defense is not something to write home about, because for every time they get to press, it's either we pick the ball at the back of the net or something. Attacking wise, that's why I said that, okay, yes, one of the things we struggled with last season was scoring. We had issues scoring. Even when we were not scoring this season, we were creating chances. Yes, they were not finishing them, but we were creating chances. Now, there have been improvements in the terms of, okay, yes, we could score 4. We scored 4 against Wolves, 1 against West Ham, none against Everton. But that's why I said that it's a case of going like 2 steps forward, 3 steps backwards. And that is not good for a club like Manchester United. That's why I'm saying that result-wise, if results don't keep improving, Ratcliffe might be forced to do things.
I get your point, but one thing I would say before we quickly wrap up this section is, how you brought this man into your club now, him and his 3-5-2 system. He has signed players to go with that system. If you sack this one now and bring another person, that person will have to then start his own revamp. That will set you back another 3-4 transfer windows. So
I'm not
yeah.
on that they should sack him right now. I don't think so, because even before yesterday's match, there were news reports that were saying that he's planning to change to 4-3-3.
Really?
Yes, I'm sure so.
It has shown. It has shown.
If you look at the formation yesterday, at a particular point in time, Euro was playing.
So yesterday was more of a 4-4-2. Yeah,
4-4-2.
I watched that game.
Correct.
Was more of a 4-4-2 yesterday. I was very surprised.
That's the thing.
So Acuna up top, yes,
up front. Then Ahmad was playing like a 7.
Premier League posted Man U's last 6 games, the average formation. Yesterday, now 4-4-2 he play in disguise of 4, which is what they have been saying you should do. You can play your 3-5-2. Well, when you are with the ball, without the ball, the
when in
formation can
possession.
move.
Exactly. That is probably why everybody's saying yesterday looked like the Man U of old, because
So it's not
team
probably
has its own
that's
DNA.
why. That's why.
Has its own DNA.
That's why
the different managers that come and go. That's why in recruiting a manager, you have to also take into cognizance how that manager plays and how he plays into your own ethos as a team. That's why Barcelona, they all have the same kind of manager. They always have the same kind of gameplay. And then that's why I was surprised that they went for Amorim, because Baba was saying 3-5-2 or bust. No other thing. I must play this my 3-5-2. I'm like, man, you will not be 3-5-2 club. Which one is 3-5-2? So that's why it was a lot more refreshing yesterday, I guess.
Yes, that's it. So
that's also why I don't think they will sack him. Because he had that interview and was like, oh, this is how this manager plays. This is my system. If you don't like the system, get rid of the man. So when I'm like, okay, so you have come to Man U, you've seen that this is what the team needs. I don't want to adapt to the team. You are saying that if you don't like it, they will sack you. It means you don't want change, you don't want to experiment or anything. So when I saw yesterday the way they were playing, I thought that almost see this staple is quite different from what he has been playing since. So now we know that okay, not because you're not happy, you were just stubborn, right?
Let me tell you.
So the thing is, if after yesterday's game, right? The positions, the number of chances they created, the kinds of positions that the players are getting into, right? If he still decides that, oh, he wants to be doing it from there, then they. Because now, you know that the team can attack, the team can create chances, the team can score, which
Yeah.
is like the most difficult thing to do in football, to score a goal. The team can already do that. It's now to just show up the defense, right? I think they have some defensive injuries, so we'll let them off the hook that the defense is not very great, right? If you have your complete complement of defenders, I'm sure they will do better. I've been saying this since the system is
I
not
don't
working,
understand. Why this
right?
sound?
So, anywho, no problem. It's not like I'm not a
No,
Man U fan, so
no,
let's not be like
let me just a quick take is
Okay.
yesterday he was able to do that because he has the luxury of saying guys, because he told them let them go and enjoy before they go to AFCON. Now that those players are not available, there's no reason
What
why
do
he
you mean?
will
What do you mean? What do you mean by let it go and
No, I
enjoy?
don't think so. I don't think so. Because he can play the same for even if Mbeumo is
told them
going
before
to
they go,
AFCON, he
not
can play
even
Shesko and Cunha up top. He
Yes,
can play
now.
like it's not because let them go and enjoy. It's
Shame
not even. I don't
we
think
bet
you will
am.
see one player that's
Man will not
stand
play
out.
like that their next game. Man will not play like that their next
I
game.
can't.
You
I
don't
can't.
play like that next game now because they're actually playing Aston Villa.
Okay.
I don't understand. Okay, you
so
expect them to.
Bournemouth no good.
I'm not saying Bournemouth.
Bournemouth good now. And just
Don't
watch.
worry, we'll have you for the next episode as well, so that we can review what they do
let me think.
against Aston Villa.
You guys enjoyed. You
So,
guys won. Me, I
yeah.
lost.
What they now we they
it's
drew, it was 4-4.
The draw is a win for us.
I don't understand though.
Where are we coming
John,
from?
that's how you said last week that
We're coming from
Arsenal.
15. Last season, no be
That's how you
15.
said last week that Chelsea and Arsenal. Chelsea won 1-1.
Yes,
1-1
now they
win for
won
Chelsea.
1-1 victory.
Yes, so that's how Man yourself has won 4-4 against
4-4.
Bournemouth.
Yes, now. Coming from
So,
15th.
but there I see a point there that Man U, the game was refreshing, it was exciting, it was entertaining.
Yeah.
And then just before I wrap it up, I just want to shout out Bruno. Bruno is a GA machine. That guy, a serious baller. Forget. All those one, you know, if to drag Odegaard, it's a lie. Odegaard no level for all those people. I beg. Bruno Fernandes is a footballer. Baba
He
can
was
play, but
inspired
knows how
by
to
that
put
free
one
kick.
inside
As he
goal
see
post.
that guy score free kick, he say,
So,
I must score
he
my
said-
own back.
and then if you notice, on that free kick that he conceded, Fernandes was pointing to, he said, hey, this is where this guy going to play this free kick to.
Yes,
Baba,
now.
stay
And it
here.
was not a free
Stay
kick.
here.
It was not a free kick, but they said yes, now it was not a
Yes,
free
now.
kick. He used brain, and
Yes,
that is why they say he's good. Sometimes when Fernandez overdoes that thing, it's a problem. But that's the positive side, because when you complain, sometimes it go in your way favor.
Yeah, so
Normally,
well,
they don't do that thing, not a
every
free
Man United is an ongoing saga. So this episode was not a loss or a win; it was a draw, even though we had treated to 8 goals. So we'll wait for the next episode of that, which is against Aston Villa. So with that, we'll just go into predictions. So that wraps up the games from the weekend, and then we're going to have a look towards the games for game week 17 of the Premier League. So the big one is on Saturday, the 20th, where Liverpool will face Spurs. So Spurs are at home, and Liverpool will be visiting them without Mo Salah. So that will be a good game. But let's like to see. I'd like to take or have your take on what you feel like the game is going to amount to in terms of like what the result will be. So let's start with John, and then we'll come over to David. So go ahead, John. What do you think will
It's
happen
gonna
there?
be a draw for me. That match.
Draw.
Yeah.
Really?
Liverpool.
What do you think the score will be?
I'm thinking the score will be like 2-2. Liverpool is looking like they are on the rise based on everything is coming. Salah is going. The team is playing as if they are playing together. Blah blah blah. Now in this kind of match, things the surprise us. We have been seeing surprises, and it's December. Many games, so I will not be surprised. Me, I'm going for a draw. Spurs had a bad result the past game week. This one, they are not going to draw 2-2.
Okay, David, what do you think?
I'll go for a Spurs win. And the
This
reason I'm going for
his threat for Liverpool, eh?
no. So
Wow.
the reason why I'm going for a Spurs win is they just lost 3-0 to Nottingham Forest. I'm expecting some sort of reaction. Like this, they are professional footballers now. They cannot just lie down for Liverpool in their house.
Liverpool is not title rival. Tell them to beat Man City. Leave Liverpool. Which one is
So
okay?
I think Spurs are going to be up for it because they've been they need this performance. They need a good performance in front of their home fans and just to convince us that they are a serious club. So I'll go for a Spurs win, 2-1.
2-1, good. So me now, as a realistic football fan, I know that it's what Tottenham Hotspur have never told us they're a serious club, and their home form is horrible. And Liverpool, they are coming back, so they are going to beat Tottenham at home, right? That's
Eating
my
as
own.
beat.
They will beat there. So because the only person that needs that win is Thomas Frank. It's not the players. They will sack Thomas Frank, another manager will come. Fans will only boo and then they will go. So Liverpool, the
So
way
what's your score?
Tottenham have been playing, I would say I don't think the Liverpool will keep a clean sheet. So I will say 2-1. Although it's
Okay.
possible that they might keep a clean sheet in that game, but actually 2-0. I'll say 2-0. Liverpool beats
Okay.
Spurs at home 2-0. Yes.
I love
So
it.
let's go on to the second biggest game of the weekend, Newcastle v Chelsea. This is at St. James's Park,
Chelsea,
where Bruno and co like to quarrel
Newcastle
and
wins.
fight. So yeah, let me start with you. What do you think, Odafe? What do you think will score?
Newcastle just lost to
Sunderland. So anybody that they see like this, they are
And
red.
although what's it called? Dambon is very important to that team. So this one that he has gone to go and break read. But I still think Newcastle should have enough in terms of just enough in them to beat Chelsea at home. Going to Newcastle at home is not an easy game for anybody. And again, Chelsea on their day, Chelsea they can be good enough to beat Newcastle on their day, but I think playing Newcastle now at St. James's Park, this is not a very good time to play them. After they are like a wounded lion right now. So I'll give the win to Chelsea. I give the win to Newcastle. Sorry, I think Chelsea will score, but I think Newcastle will just end it. So I'll say 3-1 Newcastle.
Yepa.
That's plenty. So before I come to you, John, let me just give you my own quick prediction. So I don't think Newcastle will lose quite all right, but I don't think Chelsea will lose either. So I'll just say I'll go with a draw. I'll say 1-1 draw for me. So John, go ahead.
Chelsea will win 2-1.
Okay, that's fine. So Chelsea will go away to St. James's Park
Yeah,
and beat
they'll do this one.
Newcastle. You want
They'll
them to
do
sack Eddie
particular one.
Howe? That's
It's going
the
to be a
meaning
tough
of that one.
match. In fact, one of the goals is going to be a penalty from Chelsea.
Wow. See, the way to say this thing with confidence. They say they see future. I don't know, because all the prediction you have given us has been wrong. The only one we managed to enter. Now, when you say Arsenal go beat Wolves, and that one you even admitted, and you apologized because you wanted to kill our viewers with that attack. So, but that's the rest. I will not see anything. You are that way. You people be predicting game with. After that, let's move on to. Did you give us a score for that? Did you say 2-1? 2-1 and
2-1,
penalty
yeah,
for
2-1.
Chelsea, Abi?
2-1
Uh-huh.
Chelsea with a penalty involved.
With a penalty. Even if Chelsea win 2-1, if I not see penalty, don't worry. I will let you know. Okay, so now let's touch on your own team now. Brighton, Sunderland, playing on Saturday as well. So.
It's at home, right?
Yes, at the Amex.
Sunderland, they are becoming an issue. It's an issue in this league. We have to do something about them. So Brighton, boys are coming back. They will probably not start, but at least it's something that we have ammunition on the bench in case things are going in the wrong direction. So I'll just say it's going to be a draw. It's going to be a draw.
You're not sounding very confident. Even now, it's going to be a draw. You're saying it 2 times to convince yourself. It's going to be a draw.
Because I want to say Brighton win. I want to say Brighton win. I want to say Brighton win because Sunderland have used all their power to go and fight Gidigbo last weekend.
They are going to rest. They have been resting since, and they are still resting now. So they have power. Don't worry about power.
Done. Okay, let me go for a Brighton victory.
All right.
Brighton victory at home. 3-2.
3-2. Yeah. All right. Well, for me, Brighton. So me, I feel like this game is one of the games that Sunderland can actually lose, just for the way that they play and the way Brighton plays football. They're not following you to fight. They will play normal ball for you, and then Sunderland probably will be shocked at the way they play. Although Chaka is still there, Chaka is going to help them navigate, but I don't think it will be enough. So I feel like Brighton will win this one as well. So I will go with I'll say, and then also Sunderland are losing some of their players to AFCON as well too. So they will also be, light in terms of their players there. So I'll say, let me go with 2-0 Brighton.
I've already put, because I'm putting down the scores as you guys are calling them out. I've already put 2-0 Brighton there. So I think Brighton is going to win.
For yourself. That's fine.
Yes.
No, that's good.
And John, you did a 3-2?
Yeah.
He said 3-2, yes.
3-2.
You not see penalty for this one, Abi?
This one, you will see a cracker from Gomez.
Man City, West Ham. Do we need to talk too much about this game?
Let's go with Man City v West Ham. So I think this one will be. Well, let me not assume. Let me start with Odafe first. What do you think the score will be?
Which one the score will be? You don't ask me who I think we win.
Yeah. No, so Loveless, who do you think we win?
Obviously now. So City is going to win this. But I think it's going to be a comfortable game for City, especially since it's at the Etihad. West Ham have been struggling all season. So I think Man City will just be too much for them. I would say yes, but City is well.
They're still losing now. What they are from where they pick any points inside the form. Not
Score
pick points now.
prediction.
They still dey lose.
4-1. 4-1 City.
Yep.
4-1.
Yes.
I want to nick it me that too.
So I'm going to triple
Well.
captain Haaland. I've already clicked on the chip, so I've thought about this game already.
So this is your bias for all your prediction because you are triple captain and now.
Boys, my prediction that's why it's my prediction now.
He's backing
You
up
don't
his
ever
prediction.
follow. Which
He's
do
backing
you know
it
that
up.
all your prediction? You don't ever follow because this is happening to this team. I think it's
Oh,
because
no,
I wanted to
no,
lose.
No, that's not
Because
true.
I have
No.
on my
This
team.
game,
That's how I used to do
now.
it. They are open, quite alright. They are
Yes, the way
they
City is
allow
playing
teams
now.
to come and they
If
create
this
a lot of
Man
chances
City,
against them. Yes.
the way they're going to create a lot of chances, so I expect them to score. They have Haaland, they have Foden now. He's back in form. Foden is scoring. He's creating chances. He's doing. So I don't think it's too much of a ask for Man City to beat West Ham, or not beat, to score 4 goals at the end against this West Ham that we are seeing. That's why. It's not because
Well,
triple
that's
captain.
a lot more logical. So I now I take
Logical
back
person,
my.
Anyway, when I say it, people will say,
on this one you are logical. Normally you are not logical, but this one now you are giving us logical reasons. Before you will just give us score and then you start telling us, trying to rationalize it for yourself. But this one now you have
okay,
tried. So for
thank
me
you.
as well, I will say you are very welcome. I will say that obviously it's a City win this one as well. Although I'm praying to God that something can happen because where are they going to lose? Is it
Okay,
draw?
let
Nothing
me
will
Is it
go.
happen,
draw?
I
Draw?
I'm not
beg.
going to go now.
But it's not
I'm
this
not
one,
afraid
Sha.
to be wrong because in
It's not.
life, you learn from failure.
But what's your score? What's the score prediction?
I don't think. Oh well, I'll say 3-1. City
Yeah,
3, West Ham 1.
what's the difference?
I'm
Well,
going for an upset. Are you hearing me?
We
go
can hear
ahead,
you,
go
please.
ahead,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. Yes, louder. Let's say it again.
Thank you. So because you guys are saying Man City win, yes, but sometimes that's why they have to put some odds. They have to put some numbers on the West Ham end. Take your chance. They say if you no shoot your shot, you will not score. So I'm going for West Ham.
Please, viewers, it's not telling you. This is not betting advice. So this one is just prediction.
Don't
Tell
play it
them,
too.
I
Don't play it
beg.
too. But I'm
Thank
just
you.
let me just support the other side for supporting sake.
What's the score?
2-1 West Ham.
Okay, so
Very
Man City
good.
score only one.
Yes.
All right.
No,
So
it's
with
funny,
that,
but when did it happen now?
yeah, we'll be shocked. I want to
That's
be
why
shocked.
it's
This will be a
It's
sweet shock
funny.
to me if it happen. In fact,
This
don't
one
worry
is
about that.
it's more like a prayer point that they predict.
Yeah, so not be lie.
Okay.
Anyway, so now the last one is Aston Villa at Villa Park. Fresh off beating. Okay, not be fresh off beating also. Is it? Actually, it is. Oh, yeah. So fresh off beating Arsenal at no, not Arsenal. They beat West Ham 3-2 at London Stadium. So now they're going to be entertaining Manchester United at Villa Park. So again, let's start with we'll start with John. So what do you think the score will be?
No, let our special guest take this one. Take this one.
No.
Take this one.
No, John, go ahead.
No, because me, I was saying Aston Villa would win. But these are the kind of games that Man U have somehow found a way to get the result. They did it against Sunderland. They did it against Brighton.
Against
They did
Sunderland.
it against yes, now.
That's Sunderland man.
Yeah.
Was not
They did it against Liverpool. So
Yes.
they just taking results where results are not their own.
So taking all of that into consideration, what is your prediction?
My prediction now would be a draw because Aston Villa too is also playing well. So let me give them a draw.
So that would be what would the score be then?
Let's say 2-2.
So do you have any do you oppose that in any way? What is your take?
I don't. A draw is actually a good result at Villa Park, considering
A
the
draw is a
form.
good draw. So you'll be happy with a draw.
Yes, I would.
Okay. Well, I see your point. Villa is in form. The Red Hot form now. But me, I feel like Man U again, these are like you said, these are the games where they will come up with something. Defensively, I don't know what's happening with them, but offensively. They're starting to score goals now. And at some point, Aston Villa, they've done this. They go on runs and then they get pegged back. I'm thinking this might be the game where because you remember last season when they were meant to go into the Champions League and it seemed like, oh, they are going to beat Man U at home. What was beating Man U. Man U beat them in that game. So I feel like this might probably happen again because everybody will probably go with Aston Villa, that the team informed. They have informed players as well. But Man U also has informed players. Hopefully, Cunha will now find his form. Fernandez, you know what you get from him. So hopefully, I'm thinking that it probably will be a tie game definitely. So I'll say there'll be goals as well. So I'll go with 2-1 United. 2-1 United. So Daffy, what's your prediction for that one?
I'll go for a Villa win, but to be close.
Well, you
2-1.
have Rogers in your FPL team as well.
No. This one, I don't have any dog in this fight. So 2-1 Villa.
All right, no problem. So we'll lock those in for next week. And in fact, actually, let's even do a quick review of what the leaderboard is looking like for all our predictions. So let us know.
Yeah. So
since I don't want to keep your score, what's going on?
what I would do is I have some math to do, but let me just give the results for last week so that you'll be happy. So last week, I got one prediction right. John got two right, and Kome got 4 right. So
You see that?
Yeah.
Can you see that I'm the only person that is
let me
observing
just say
football
that.
with
Let me just
an
say that
objective lens?
we are in December. Titles are not won in December. Let me just say that.
All right,
Say
no
there's
problem.
still a long part of the season to go. So
I like that. I like that.
yes.
No wahala. Well, it's good to be in the league, in the lead, at the top.
So I
looking
think
at
you have quite a healthy lead at the top, Sha, to be very honest. But no wahala. Let's see how it goes. I'm sure these my predictions this week are going to be spot on, and we'll see it.
That's what we say every week now. The next week we'll say that. But anyway, this is the end of the episode. Thank you guys for watching us. Thank you, our guest, Jide. It was fun having you around and to give us an unbiased take on Manchester United because the one we get from John has been spewed with bile and hatred. But now we have gotten somebody that looks at one another with joy and happiness. So thank you for that. Anyway, like I said, this is the end of the episode. We hope to see you guys again next week. Hopefully all our teams do well, except for Spurs. And then, we'll come back to you and run through the games as well. So like we normally like to say at the end of the episode, please like, subscribe, and share on all platforms when you see our videos. Also on YouTube, press the notification icon so that you get notified when we have a new video out there for you.
Comments.
So thank you for your time.
Drop comments on YouTube videos as well. Thank you so much.
So thank you for your time and enjoy the rest of your week. See you in the next one.